It has come to our attention in the corridors of power that there has been some contradiction about who makes the rules. So first of all, before we start and I open up the floor, can I just remind you all of exactly who is who? God has given us the right, through privilege and birth, to be in charge and supervise his vision here on earth. And you, unfortunately, happen to have fallen into a lesser category, somewhat down the ladder, and are therefore of less worth. So now is the time to realise who's the bloody boss. Who makes the final reckoning in terms of profit and of loss? This is no time to fuck about complaining endlessly about your needs and aspirations. So stay there, on your knees, and get some bloody education. They taught us back at Eton to understand one thing, that we are made of better stuff, prime ministers and kings, and you are little people, lackeys and underlings. This is the natural order, the proper way of things. There's very little point, you see, in trying to undermine 1,000 years of history, the deep ancestral line. What sort of snotty upstart would dare to contemplate a challenge to the natural hierarchies of state? So when I say jump, you say, how high? And when I say desist, you say, should I also carry in your bags or press your shirts or kiss that very special place that really hankers to be kissed? Now, every now and then there comes along a chap with ideas above his station, and we really can't have that. Someone who really stirs the pot, someone who fucks it up, some nasty little bloody oik who gets the proles worked up. Someone like Marcus Rashford, with his ridiculous ideas that children have a right to eat. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Does he really think that anything from up north can make us raid our pockets for the brats he's bleating for? Does he think we're soft, an easy touch, or not right in the head to imagine that we'll give these kids a slice of daily bread? We are made of history, gun-metal, flesh and sugar, of steel and oak and ocean craft, of statue, train and trigger. We are made of old estate, of fox hunt, shares and shackles. We are made of stronger stuff than passes, goals and tackles. Marcus Rashford's big mistake is to imagine that we care, that we're moral, that we're ethical, empathic and aware. Marcus Rashford's big mistake is to imagine that we're good, that a bit of public pressure will make us do the thing we should. Marcus Rashford's big mistake is to make a bloody fuss. We don't give a bloody shit if you're not one of us. So let's just get this one thing straight. You and I are not the same. To be frank, I'm quite surprised I have to point this out again. On behalf of the Prime Minister, it's an absolute disgrace that Marcus bloody Rashford doesn't know his bloody place. So there'll be no 3-course dinner for the rugrats in the north. No fruit or bloody vegetables. No nonsense of that sort. No winter fuel allowance or balance of nutrition. Let them starve. It will bring down the excess population. And before you gasp and before you howl, before your jawbone hits the floor, when you voted for the Tories, this is what you voted for.